In the 1960s and in the 70s, the south region of Cameroon used to be one of the main cocoa-producing hubs. However, due to economic crisis, the country suffered in the 80s. Cocoa production drastically reduced. With a new policy of reviving the agricultural sector, the country's ambition is to increase production to 600,000 tons of cocoa per year by 2020. As a result, the Department of Jar and Lobo, Sangmelima, Jum, Mintom is increasingly being called upon to raise the level of production of cocoa beans, which figure prominently amongst Cameroon's export products. In October 2019, the WWF, in collaboration with Rainforest Alliance, organized in the town of Sangmelima a training for smallholders cocoa farmers. The purpose was to test a model called Integration of Agribusiness in Conservation.
This seminar has several benefits. Participants are drawn mostly from cooperatives. We hope they will share the rich knowledge acquired from this seminar with their peers back in their communities.
The aim being to raise awareness of small-scale farmers in cooperatives to engage in deforestation-free cocoa production.
Cette formation vise à leur expliquer ce que c'est qu'une chaîne de valeur responsable, durable et sans déforestation pour qu'ils comprennent parfaitement à quoi ils sont en train d'être engagés et pour les préparer à effectivement s'engager dans cette voie opérative que nous voulons engager dans une chaîne de valeur durable sans déforestation.
This model, which is not tested on individuals but on smallholders in cooperatives, aims to create agro-entrepreneurs who, while seeking to improve their incomes and living conditions through increased productivity, must also contribute to the protection of the environment.
Ce que nous envisageons pour les prochaines étapes, c'est de voir comment nous pouvons faciliter les négociations des différents accords que ces coopératives peuvent avoir avec des partenaires extérieurs, notamment des compagnies qui puissent acheter leur cacao à des bons prix et des compagnies qui puissent également un cacao vert, sans déforestation.
For a better participation in the deforestation-free value chain, smallholders grouped in cooperatives must acquire and master the tools necessary for good governance of their cooperative and the sustainable management of their plantations. They must also be connected to companies engaged in environmental protection and have made commitments towards a deforestation-free value chain.
We have learned a lot from this training. We came to understand that there are a lot of things we still have to put in place, especially when it comes to conservation. We have to increase our production of cocoa while protecting the forest. We learned a very important concept, the value chain. We learned that smallholders organized in a cooperative are at the very base of the value chain. This means if the cocoa is not sustainably produced from the base, it will not be properly consumed. We were taught good agricultural practices, how to treat our cocoa, avoid use of chemicals that may cause harm to the ecosystem and biodiversity. We are in a strategic area. Mintom is close to the Jar Biosphere Reserve and the Ngoila Mintom Forest Block. This forest is very important for the well-being of people and nature.
The theme of the workshop was based on good governance of cooperatives, and we retained that from now henceforth, we will manage our cooperative properly. We were made to understand that it is time to put our old habits aside and embrace best practices.
Equipped with these tools, the smallholders will be able to meet the challenge of improving their standard of living through greater productivity without sacrificing the rich ecosystem of the region. The participation of smallholders in the value chain can reinforce sustainable agriculture in Cameroon.